Lewis Willis.
All right, we're good to go in 9 minutes.
So right now, I think that you have the luxury of being conservative, particularly coming off of that win.
Yeah, and you know what? Tennessee's defense is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
They've been in both games.
Right.
I mean, it's not like they got boat raced. They lost, 24-17 with a game they should have won against Chicago. And, again, 24-17 against the Jets. And if Will Levis doesn't turn that ball over, where you're almost about to put points on the board, and he has that brain fart where he's under pressure and tries to lateral it backwards, and the Jets recover it. That was a massive shift in that game. So you look at the Tennessee Titans defense, and they're pretty darn good. So, and they're favored in this game. Vegas is expecting Jordan Love not to play. On ESPN Bet right now, the Titans are a 1.5-point favorite. So that's another telltale sign of Vegas knows a hell of a lot more than we do. That's why I don't expect Jordan Love to play coming up on Sunday against Tennessee.
I think he's back out there for morale. He's back out there showing us that he will be back sooner rather than later.
Keep the rust off.
Keep the rust off. Yeah, get in the flow of things. You're still around the team. Why not if they feel like you're healthy enough to be out there with that brace and with that sleeve? But that doesn't mean that you're ready to go in terms of actual gameplay. So I'm not taking it as an indication of that. They've got the Vikings after this weekend with the Titans. They've got the Vikings, the Rams, and the Cardinals coming up here over the next few weeks as their matchups. So we'll see at what point Jordan Love ends up coming back. I mean, I do think the fact that he's back out there for practice is a pretty good indication that maybe he's ready to go for at least the Vikings game, even if you're approaching it with a more conservative game plan. The Packers know that they have a talented quarterback in Jordan Love. Robert Half also knows talent. 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring today. Robert Half is here to help. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Think about this, Amber, quickly before we move on to Dabo Swinney being one of us. Do you know who's given up the fewest yards allowed in the NFL through the first 2 weeks? The Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, it's not a cupcake matchup. No.
Let him sit.
Right, exactly. You don't want him out. You don't need him out there against a good defense that is going to potentially cause you problems if you're not fully healthy. Go ahead, roll out the same game plan that we just saw. And then, hopefully, Jordan Love will be back after that. But either way, good news there, I think, for Packers fans that he's already back out there at practice. Clemson fans want some good news. And they got a bye week to try to reset, get some good news. Their coach, he had an opportunity, spend some time with the family. He watched a little ball.
Had his dogs barking around him. Family time.
He was one of us. He got to utilize some technology. That's not something we necessarily associate with Dabo Swinney. Here is the head coach of Clemson talking about how he spent the bye week.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I am a big YouTube TV guy now. All right, I finally figured out how to get that freaking app on my phone. It's like a act of Congress. I mean, you got to have, like, birth certificates and all kind of stuff to get some of these things. I mean, like, I don't know all these codes from, who's your provider. I mean, it's some crazy stuff on there. But anyway, I got the YouTube TV, and, man, it was awesome. I had my phone going. I had my iPad going with 4-screen, and I had the TV going. I would imagine some of y'all probably did the same thing, because it's what you do for a living, right? Like, y'all gotta know what the heck's going on. We had a lot of teams playing that we're going to play. And so that's really what I did all day. I just watched ball all day, and it was awesome.
I love that Dabo Swinney is just now discovering YouTube TV. He's just now discovering split screens. I keep telling you, Ian, because you haven't discovered it yet, YouTube TV is thebomb.com.
I hear you. And clearly, that's the Dabo we know and love, right? That's the Dabo we haven't seen in a long time. The shucks, the old Alabama Crimson Tide walk-on wide receiver who won a national championship in 1992 and coached under Gene Stallings and took over as an interim and at Clemson and then goes on and wins multiple national championships. If he has found YouTube TV, one, Dabo, that's an NIL deal, right? You mentioned it. Now you maybe just pawn that off to one of your players. And now, if you found the 4-screen glory, maybe like Coach K, who would not sign one-and-dones back in the day at Duke, right? Until he got boat raced. And then he started signing one-and-dones.
You think Dabo's going to hit the transfer portal now that he can navigate YouTube TV?
Baby steps. Baby for Clemson fans going, hey, if he did that, and he's one of us, and he's just watching ball, maybe he'll sign a guy out of the portal that he wanted in recruiting, lost to somebody else. Go get him. Maybe. There could be hope.
Was he watching helpful ball, though? Like, was he watching NC State before their matchup here with NC
They're
State?
a big favorite against
Or
NC
was he just watching whatever the heck was on and whatever he wanted to? Either way, it's very, very funny. Dabo sounds to me, I mean, this man's in his mid-50s. You would think he's a coach in his mid-80s, the way that Dabo talks. Coming up next here on Amber and Ian, are the Saints for real? Right here on ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Thursday, I'll tell you why the Ravens are heading into their biggest regular season game in years. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Coach Dave Aranda and the Bears are on the road to go up against the returning Big 12 rival Colorado this Saturday. 5 p.m. for the Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show with a 7 p.m. kickoff. Join John, JJ, and Ricky from Folsom Field for all the play-by-play of the Bears and the Buffaloes right here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
The moment you see those flashing lights, you think, this can't happen to me. I lost a girlfriend. I lost a job because I was in jail.
Learn about the real costs of drunk driving at facesofdrunkdriving.com. Sponsored by TxDOT.
The source for Baylor athletic news and information, ESPN Central Texas.
When you have a litter-free state of mind, you get the answer to all of life's great questions right in your head. Like,
am I a jerk because I let trash fly out of the car window? Yes. If I throw garbage out of my truck and no one sees it, really? Can I be fined up to $2,000 for littering on? Yes, come on. And should I dispose of litter properly because I'm a proud Texan? That's exactly what Don't Mess with Texas means.
Get your litter-free state of mind today and don't mess with Texas. A message from TxDOT.
It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? Being a member of the Air Force Reserve. It's doing a job that makes a difference, serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. And the experience, education, and other benefits you receive can enhance your civilian career and your life. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve. To find out about local job opportunities with the Air Force Reserve at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland or Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base Fort Worth, call 800-257-1212 or go to afreserve.com. Sponsored by the Air Force Reserve and aired in cooperation with the Texas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Join us Saturday, October 19th at MCC Highlander Ranch for the
Last spot, John.
Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball. We're back on the dirt where it began. Come enjoy local barbecue catered by award-winning Helberg Barbecue and dancing to Texas' own Neil McCoy as we honor and celebrate cancer survivors and those gone too soon from the horrible disease. This year's theme is Hunting for a Cure, so come join the hunting party as we raise money to fund research and assistance for those impacted by cancer. For more information, go to centraltexas.acscbb.org.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Baylor Football Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Today's show is broadcast live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue and brought to you by Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. Texas Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. TFNB, your life, the official local bank of Baylor.
Oh, yeah, we'll do.
Baylor.
They look good in Q.
Hospital and healthcare system of Baylor Athletics. Your healthcare, your way. HEB, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly serving Texans since 1905. Rudy's Barbecue, the home of real Texas barbecue. Here's your host, the voice of the Baylor Bears, John Morris.
Hi, and welcome. It's the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank, live from Rudy's on the Circle in Waco. Thanks for being with us this evening. Terrific crowd here at Rudy's. Thanks to all of you for being here. Thanks to those of you listening on our flagship station or maybe watching on the Baylor Athletics YouTube channel. You can tune in right now, and you can see the face of our first guest tonight. Join me in welcoming Baylor men's tennis coach Michael Woodson. Welcome to you.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Appreciate you being here. Look at these guys here. Okay, that's good. Glad you guys are here, and we do take questions for the coach. All right, so we'll get you cards, and you could get those in front of Coach Woodson. Welcome to you. This is an interesting time of year for you, but it's a little different this fall, isn't it, compared to years past?
Yeah, I think, for a number of reasons, it's a little bit different. I think our hosting opportunities that we've got ahead from a planning perspective, our staff is just very busy getting the facility ready to host NCAAs, and then, for the first time ever, the national championships for singles and doubles are in the fall. And so the feel of the importance of the fall is a little bit different. I think we're trying to remain focused on development with the guys, and short and long term. But I think these tournaments coming up are a little bit more important than they have been in the past. And so it's exciting. I think it's always my favorite time of year, just getting the guys back and the new guys, all the fun and excitement of being back together after a long summer. Is great, but it feels a little bit more important. So I think everybody's kind of, just got a little bit more angst to them, a little bit more excitement. So
I can see that completely. So let's explain to everybody, make sure you understand. Waco is the center of the collegiate tennis world, really, for the next year, right? With all the events we're hosting.
This is the first time that this has ever been done, where we're hosting the individual national championships in the fall, the team national championships in the spring. We're hosting the men's national indoor championships in February. We're hosting the Big 12 tournament for men's and women's outdoor in April, and it's probably the last time it will ever happen, frankly. But it's really a cool opportunity, and just everybody in administration, all of our supporters have just wrapped their arms around our program and lifted us up, and just to have this type of opportunity, it speaks volumes to who we are at Baylor, who Waco is as a growing community, and so we're going to do our best to do right by these great events and give everybody a great experience, and hopefully lift some trophies of our own along the way.
That's the goal. We hosted the NCAA Outdoor Championships, was it 2015?
Yes.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in the rotation now, but not only that, the split with the individual, the singles and doubles being in the fall. How did that come about? Is that something that has been in the works for a long time?
It is. It's a pilot program that the NCAA and the ITA, which is the governing body of tennis, have been working on for many years, and finally got the go-ahead was sometime in 2023, saying that they were going to start the next year. And so we had already been awarded the opportunity. Actually, Georgia is the second one that will host the next year in the spring of 26. So they wanted to do a 2-year program. We had already been awarded. They then came to us and said, would you guys like to host in the fall because you already were awarded these championships? And so credit to Mac and our administration for saying, hey, we want to take this on. We would like to not only host one national championship, let's split it and do it twice. Actually Georgia turned it down. So it really does speak volumes to Baylor and our commitment to men's and women's tennis. I think it's a very special opportunity, but at the same time, we have the best facilities in the country. So I think all of these championships belong in Waco.
Great. So to remind people the way it has been, the way it's always been, well, maybe not always, but in recent years, in the spring, there's the team championship, and it ends, and somebody holds a trophy, and then the next day you start with the singles and doubles, individuals.
Correct.
Right after that at the same site.
Yes, and so it goes on for 15 days, something very long. For the best players on the best teams, we've had guys play 9, 10, 11 days in a row.
Wow.
It's very taxing, not just physically, but emotionally. And so one of the big things that we wanted to do was to give those guys more of an opportunity to compete at the highest level in both championships. And so we're really excited about this. I think it really also brands college tennis as a clear fall season, a pathway towards a national champion. just to really put a good idea of what's happening. You know, I think because we can go in a lot of different directions and sometimes without clear purpose with a fall champion. And so I'm excited to see how it goes. You know, it's different. We're not going on rankings. You have to qualify through tournaments that we're hosting regionals, which is one of the qualifiers. Our guys are going to All-Americans next week, another qualifier. So you really have to earn your opportunity into the championships as opposed to playing a bunch of dual matches or team matches over the spring. So I'm excited to see how it shakes out. It could go either way.
Did you schedule differently in the fall, knowing that you had to qualify for this?
Yes and no. I think we're hosting more tournaments here in the fall. I want our guys I'm putting more of a premium on putting them in conditions that are similar to where they're going to be playing the championships. They happen to be at home. I think if they were somewhere else, we would have been scheduling more out there in those conditions. There's some tournaments that we've flown to in the past that we're actually not going to. We've added a couple of additional events here. Hosting the championships makes it easier to get teams to come here. So we've kind of capitalized on that, but also we want our guys to be prepared to do their best in the conditions with, the same balls, all these different things. We're fortunate that it's at home, so we're just trying to really do as much as we can with that as possible.
I got you. So November 19th through the 24th, this is the singles and the doubles, and tickets went on sale yesterday, so if people are interested, you can get tickets right now for that. Do you hope to have this outdoors, or what's the
it should
plan
be
there?
Outside, yes.
Okay.
I know that there's some concern that it might get cold, but we've been looking at past years. What is the average temperature between the 19th and the 24th of November? And it's pretty good. It could get chilly maybe at 8 p.m. But I think we're hopeful for good weather. Knock on wood. And fortunately, with the Hawkins Indoor, if anything happens, we're more than well prepared to host inside too.
That's great. Got to have that as a backup, if nothing else. Very good. All right, let's take a break. We're off and running on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach, our first guest tonight. Glenn Moore will join us top of the hour, and he'll be our second guest this evening. We'll continue with Coach Woodson right after this.
Jan from Toyota here. At Toyota's national sales event, there's still time to squeeze more fun out of summer.
Right back, John.
New Camry, RAV4, Corolla, and more. So go on. Surprise yourself with how much you can squeeze into a Tacoma for a camping trip.
Mini fridge, hair dryer, and is that a waffle iron?
Yeah. Wait, do bears like waffles?
Squeeze your extended family into a Highlander for a family reunion.
All right, everybody in. Tammy, Teddy, Toady, Tommy, Dobie, Terry. Wait, where's Rex?
Or stop for some fresh squeezed lemonade in a Prius.
Wow, that looks delicious. How much do I owe ya?
$15. I also accept crypto.
Okay, now that's a squeeze.
During Toyota's national sales event, qualified buyers can get 3.99% APR financing for 72 months on a rugged new 2024 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Offer ends September 3rd and is available in select states only.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better
for this team, and so it's a fun group. They seem to be getting along really well, pushing each other, competing really hard in practice and in the matches, and so it's hopefully the perfect balance of different ages and personalities, but with an experience that's ready to make a move, I think, nationally.
I can see that. If you don't mind what you care to share about the retreat what you guys do. What are some of the things? I love your motivational techniques. What were some of the things you did that
we rode horses,
Okay,
which
all
for most of us was the first time.
Yeah.
I got a lot of comments from the guys of, we moved to Texas and we thought we were going to do all these different things. This is the first time I really feel like I'm in Texas, you know. And so I thought that was really cool. I mean, these guys come from all around the world, and very few of them have ever even been near a horse. And so that was a pretty cool experience. We did some community service with Habitat for Humanity, which, it's great to give back. It's great to do that. But the guys come together. You see the teamwork. You see them bonding, working together in situations that they're not usually in, doing manual labor. And then we took them out on airboats, which most of them have never seen, heard, don't know what that is until they get out there. And I think they all thought that was a pretty cool experience. And we played some spike ball. We did some different things. Went out by the river, not too far away. And so that was really cool. We had 3 different speakers come in. We did personality profiling. We did some team building exercise, some mental performance stuff. And so just really, I think the coolest part about it was we put our phones away for 2 days, and I think it's hard for this generation to do that. I mean, I'm just as guilty as anybody, but I think for them just to be able to spend that time together doing different things, really strengthen the bonds between them, and I think they learned a lot about each other.
Yeah,
I'm
love
excited.
it.
Yeah.
That'll pay dividends. Just
sure.
the bond there and getting to know each other better. We talked about the NCAA singles and doubles that are coming up in November. Before we get there, I mean, you got a packed fall, it seems like. Tell me about the Big 12 SEC Challenge you're hosting in October.
Yeah, we're really excited. So, after All Americans is done, we're going to come back home. And so this event's been going on for 3 years now, where we get a few Big 12 schools, a few SEC schools, we bring them together to a host site, and then we just play against the other conference each day. Right. 4 players from each team, and we decided to grow that a little bit. So now we've got 10 teams coming here this year, and it's a high-profile event. Teams are sending some of their best players, and I think it's really competitive. It helps the guys test from, just get a different look, with teams like Florida coming in. We don't see them all the time, and so we're really excited to have Auburn, Alabama, Florida, Arkansas, different school. We don't have as much access to them, and then bringing in schools like Arizona State, then we really are going to get a different test for each of us. So we're excited to be hosting that. I mean, our courts are being we're right in the middle of resurfacing them right now, and so they'll be done in time, and so it's kind of going to be the first competition on them, and it's going to be pretty exciting.
Good. What is that something that you've needed to do for a while? It's a good time to do it.
It's a great time to do it. Of course we would like to have access to all 12, but our partners at Cortex do a great job, and we've got 3 at a time that they're taking, and we've had some issues on the front courts with bubbling and just water getting stuck underneath. It's more than anybody cares to know about it, but for many years we've needed to strip that all the way down to the concrete. This is the first time we've ever done it, and we're almost done with the first 3 on the front, and it looks really good. I think we solved the issues, and I'm really excited.
Ooh, I need to come by and see that. So you're hosting Big 12 SEC Challenge. That's October 4th through the 6th, and then really big, the ITA Regionals, October 17th through the 22nd. I mean, that's a huge qualifier, isn't it, for the nation?
It is. It's one of the 3 qualifying events for NCAAs, and so it will be all the teams in Texas, which we used to have every year, but it really does mean a lot more this year. It's totally based on how you do it. And if the guys make it far enough in singles or doubles, they'll be automatically in the NCAAs. And so to be able to play on our home courts for that is a big deal. I think we have the toughest region. I mean, all the schools in Texas are very strong, and there's 20 plus of them that will be coming to Waco. But I'm really excited to host that. I think everybody is. It will be an advantage for our region.
Yeah, very cool. That's great. All right, let's do this. Let's leave plenty of time for questions for you from the audience. We got a bunch of those. And let's take a break. Be back with more of those questions for you and more with Coach Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach. We are live at Rudy's. Rudy's is a proud sponsor of Baylor Athletics. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com for some real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. Don't forget Rudy serves breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m. Back with more from Coach Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis, right after this.
Kids can now join the Baylor Cup Club, presented by Green Eye Associates. the official kids club of Baylor Athletics. Fans 12 and under can register for the low cost of $25 and gain exclusive benefits and access to Baylor Athletics events. Members receive free admission to select events, exclusive giveaway access, and their own membership package. To register your Cub, please visit BaylorBears.com/Cub Club. Sign your Cub up today.
Just a second.
Bears.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major
Yeah, it just dropped out for like 2 minutes. We got it back, though.
convenient locations are protected.
Yeah, I finished that when it went back. Yeah, I don't know. It went radio silent, and then it came back. We haven't had any since then, so fingers crossed.
You gone gold yet? Go
Sure thing.
Baylor Athletics this season and be the gold factor across each of our sports. Wear exclusive Go Gold apparel from the Baylor bookstore at the upcoming Go Gold dates. To stay up to date on some golden opportunities, visit BaylorBears.com/GoGold. Go Gold and sick 'em Bears.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Bank, your leading independent bank. One more segment with Coach Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis. And as I said, a lot of questions from the audience. You want to tackle some of these?
Let's go for it.
All right, very good. First from Teresa Pankeli, who is right there. Teresa says, how does it help the program to have a former player play in Wimbledon? Not only play, but win at Wimbledon.
Yeah, gosh. I mean, to have those guys playing at Wimbledon this year was really special. I think it gives credibility to the program. I think it makes it very relatable for our players to see that what they're shooting for and their goals are attainable from this pathway through Baylor. And just as the quality of the guys that are doing it. I mean, they're not just great players; they're great people, and they're fantastic representatives of our university and our program. And the exciting part for guys like Connie and Charlie is they're so young. I think there's a couple of other ones that have played with them that are not too far behind. And so it's probably my first experience of having these guys out there really playing that you feel like you made a huge impact on, and so it's really special. I think it gives us a lot of confidence as a staff. That all the work that we put in with these guys is worth it, and hopefully it gives confidence in the players that we sometimes know what we're doing.
Absolutely. I say play in one. I was thinking about the Olympics and John Pierce, who got a gold medal at the Olympics in doubles. What a tremendous accomplishment there.
No, really incredible. It was cool to follow him and to see him. He's had a lot of great results. To see what that meant for him and how much more important that was to him than winning Grand Slams was really a special thing. And then also to see, the humility that he has and the way that he, treated us for media availability and different things after winning the gold. And the things that have always stood out to me with John is just how willing he is to give back to Baylor and how highly he speaks of this special place. And, he's the reason why guys like Connie are doing as well, in my opinion. I think he has an impact because, he got on many calls with those guys and talked through strategy, scheduling, all these different things that he learned. And I know that those guys will give back to our current players, and hopefully they keep the cycle going. It's pretty cool.
That's tremendous. Congratulations to you and the program and those guys for their success. All right, Scott Pankeli is right back there. Scott asked, which newcomer is the most exciting player to watch this fall?
Scott, I'll be honest, I was hoping only one of them was going to be here, but all three of them are here. so that's putting a lot of pressure on me. Imran doesn't look like he's paying attention, so maybe I won't pick him.
Maybe the question is which 3 newcomers
yeah,
are the
exactly.
most exciting?
You know, I'm just excited for them in all different ways. You know, I think the one that has caught my attention the most is probably Quentin. You know, his perspective on being here at Baylor is a really special thing. I think it makes a huge impact on the rest of the team. I think LJ and Imran are special talents that are just, they have amazing attitudes every day. I think that's something that a lot of guys have to learn. They have it already, which is already impacting these guys and the rest of the team. And so I'm excited about them, but I'm really grateful that Quentin took a chance on coming to Baylor, and I think he feels the same way with us. And so I think, he's probably the one that I'm going to be paying the most attention to this fall.
Terrific. Quentin, wave a hand so everybody knows who we're talking about. Right there. All right, very good. All right, next question from Roy. Roy is right here front and center. With so many players from around the world, how do you locate them?
It's not an exact science, I'll tell you that. I think my goal as a coach is to do as best of I can do with our current players. And if we do a really good job with them, then our hope is that we'll recruit. The place will recruit itself. Baylor is an amazing place. It's got, the best facilities in the country. It's got amazing resources, incredible staff. But I think sometimes you can get caught up in looking for the next player and not focusing on the guys that you have in the locker room. And our challenge is to focus on them and to do a great job with our current and former players every day. And that will hopefully open the door for the next guys. We have been able to do that. I think most of the guys that you'll see in this locker room had a connection to somebody before, there are times where we're going out and we're looking for guys, and we'll find somebody either in ITF World Junior rankings or traveling to tournaments. Somebody will catch our eye, but a lot of it is connections. And so some of the best players that we have on the team right now were recommended here by former players or other people that we know, and so we understand that we have to continue to do right by these guys, and hopefully that part will take care of itself.
Terrific. Very good. Great question. Thank you very much. All right, this has become sort of a standard question for all our coaches each week, okay? It's from Michael Van Kelly. When you're on the road, what is your personal favorite meal or snack, and where is that eating place located?
Jeez. It's cheap, but it's Starbucks. It's really cheap. But
that's fair.
I go to Starbucks every day, so that's where you'll find me. It's probably the easiest one. Otherwise, I usually just go where the guys are, eating what they want. They love Chipotle, so I eat more Chipotle than I care for with them. And usually, honestly, I get so into the matches that I'm not that hungry before or after them. So Starbucks is probably the answer, but it's a disappointing one, I'm sure.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Very honest answer. Thanks for that. All right, final question for you, and this is special. What's today? September 18th.
September 18th.
Can we all say happy birthday to Kylie, your daughter Kylie, who is, I think, right back there.
Kylie, can you? There she is.
Yay.
She's going to be shy.
Happy birthday to you. That is great. How old?
5 years old.
All right,
yes.
Kylie, big night. Congratulations and happy birthday. The remainder of the question was, how do you celebrate your kids' birthdays, and how do you celebrate players' birthdays?
Well, the girls have different ideas of what they want to do each year. Kylie had a birthday party this Sunday in our backyard. We have a pool, and Vanessa did an amazing job of getting a big bounce house that has a slide with water. It was incredible. I would have done it myself probably if they hadn't have been hogging it. And so that was a lot of fun with her friends and parents and everything. So it changes. We try to do some different stuff each year with them and keep it fresh and interesting. But they just have fun being together. So and then to answer the guys, we like Jackie's amazing at this. She definitely doesn't miss a birthday. She's really good about making sure there's a sweet or a dessert to celebrate each one of the guys when we're all together. And so I would say between Vanessa and Jackie, they've got it all covered, and I just try to get to be present and locked in those moments.
Very good. Kylie, happy birthday to you. We're glad you're here on your birthday, all right? Happy 5th birthday to you. That is great. That's a good way to wrap things up. Thanks for being here. You got a busy fall, heading into a busier spring, but good luck this weekend, this big weekend ahead for you.
We're really excited. Yeah, headed to Tulsa. It's the biggest tournament, of the fall so far, and I think we've got 6 of our guys competing, and I think they're ready to make a run. I like what I'm seeing in practice.
Very cool. Good luck to you.
Thanks
very much. Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach, with us on the Baylor Coaches Show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll switch gears and visit with Glenn Moore, Baylor softball coach. We'll do that when we come back. Live from Rudy's, it's the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank, and we'll be right back after this.
This is David Wetzel, Executive Director of the Baylor Bee Association, inviting you to our 2024 Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame induction banquet November the 1st at the Herd Welcome Center. We have another outstanding class of inductees this year, including Brittany Griner and Odyssey Sims from women's basketball, Ronnie Allen from track and field, Whitney Cannon-Rickenstein from Baylor softball, Mark Cochran from football, Michael Griffin from baseball, Nina Cesar-Bajovic from women's tennis, and Epe Udo from men's basketball. We'll also honor the back-to-back Big 12 Championship 2013 and 2014 football teams. The induction banquet is Friday, November 1st at 6:30 p.m. in the Herd Welcome Center Grand Ballroom. Tickets and table sponsorships are available by going to BaylorBears.com/HOF. That's BaylorBears.com/HOF. Hope you can join us November 1st for the Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame induction banquet. Sic 'em Bears.
Are you a proud Baylor fan? Do you love prizes? The Baylor Sports app allows fans to track their attendance across athletic events and earn points using Baylor Bold Rewards. Baylor Athletics wants to reward the most loyal fans for cheering on the Bears, so register online today at BaylorBoldRewards.com or download the Baylor Sports app straight to your phone. Prizes this year are better than ever, so start earning your points today. Hey Baylor fans, Baylor soccer season is currently underway. Come be a part of the action at Betty Lou Mays Field all season long and watch head coach Michelle Leonard and the Bears battle against the best in the Big 12. Score your tickets for game day right now at BaylorBears.com/tickets. We'll see you at Betty Lou. Sic 'em Bears.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco. KC Waco.
Time perfect as usual.
Temple, ESPN. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics health tip of the week. Don't let pain slow you down. We diagnose and treat sports-related injuries and provide orthopedic services for athletes and non-athletes alike. Visit a Baylor Scott & White Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Specialist and move like you used to. Folks, join me in welcoming our next guest tonight as we continue on the Baylor Coaches Show. Coach Glenn Moore, Baylor softball. Coach, welcome to you.
Always good to be here, and it's good to see the tennis guys hanging around for me. I was afraid everybody's going to leave whenever I got up here, so thank you, guys.
Y'all kind of share the same area there of the
we do, yeah.
I
see those guys every day.
Yeah,
so
very nice.
I've offered to work with them a little bit, but nobody's taking me up.
It's a different swing, isn't it? I mean, swinging a softball bat compared to a tennis racket.
I wish I knew enough about tennis to tell you it's different, but I would think it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
we don't put as much spin on it. So.
Totally different, I would think.
We probably need a tennis racket or two in our batting.
Try that at one point. Yeah. Do I have this right? Is this your 25th year here at Baylor?
Going into my 25th year.
25 coming up. Man, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Over 1,000 wins total in your career. All that good stuff.
Well, you know, John, I'm blessed to be here. This is the greatest place in the country to coach and to work and around good people like yourself. What year is it for you?
Thank you.
We were not going to talk about that. But I'm blessed to be here, and the support I've gotten from being here. I just, where I wanted to raise my family, God brought us here, and we love Central Texas and Baylor University.
It is great. Very good.
Really is.
All right. We got some questions for you from the audience also. If you folks have any others, we'll collect those from you and get them in front of Coach Moore. What is going on right now? What are you doing at this time in the fall?
Yeah, we're finishing our third week of individual training and 6 a.m. workouts in the weight room. So the girls have been getting up early in the morning working out. Did a little conditioning this morning and mostly just individual work. But we do start this weekend with our 20-hour week where we're full speed ahead, full team practices, and we'll do that for about a little over 4 weeks and play some outside competition during that time and get a good look at where we are and a good idea of what we need to do moving into our off season.
Yeah. I was looking through your roster today, and gosh, you got a lot of key players back this year, but there's a lot of newcomers also.
Yeah, you know, this is the largest team we've ever had. Last year was the largest team we ever had at 24, and we bumped up to 26. We had so many injuries we felt we needed to enlarge our bullpen a little bit and get some more arms, and brought in a few kids, transfers, and then we signed a few. And I think we have 10 new kids. We have 12 seniors on this team, and we've never had more than 7. So that's a big difference. But in the day of the transfer kid, I think it's going to be a little more common that we have a larger senior class than we typically have. Over the years, you would want to have, traditionally with the old method, you would want to sign 4 to 5 a year and then lose 4 or 5, have 4 or 5 come in, and then you keep a good rotation and through attrition. But now is a different age. You go, find whoever's available, and sometimes that's upperclassmen. So got a lot of talent with this team, a lot of exciting players that we've been able to see perform on a high level at other schools that entered the portal for whatever reason, and very happy with the way our recruiting came over the summer. Very proud of my staff. Coach Hood is Jonathan is our recruiting coordinator, and he sends us coast to coast and knows all the travel ball coaches and puts us on the right kids. So we do that recruiting as well as recruiting the portal. It's made our summers very busy, but it's very productive this summer.
Very good. Has the change in roster limits? It sounds like you said this is your biggest roster ever. So do you like that, having more options roster-wise?
Well, we haven't had a change officially yet in our roster, but the cap will come in the near future of 25. So we've never had a cap before. For female sports, they've wanted us to add more to meet the Title IX equivalency. So this will be something new, and it'll be 25, so we'll have to make a cut back. Not sure whether that's going to be grandfathered in. Hopefully we can do it regardless, but if it's not, then we're going to have to be under 25 probably next year.
Yeah, okay,
I think
very
it's
good.
next year.
All right, thanks for that. And do you play any games, any scrimmages in the fall?
We do. Actually, a week from tomorrow, we'll play our very first fall scrimmage with MCC. Coach Berry finishing second in the nation, had an unbelievable year, and is producing some of the top junior college talent in the country. So that gives us an opportunity to play against what I believe is the best junior college program in the country, and also see that talent in case we want to recruit some of those kids. And we're actually looking at several levels.
Nice, very good. That's great. Is that open to the public like it usually is?
Yep, free admission.
Yeah,
free
so
admission.
Come on to Getterman
Bring
Stadium.
your own concessions. No concessions, but it's free admission. This will be a 10-inning game as well, so you'll see a lot of softball.
Oh, nice. Any new additions, upgrades, changes, anything at Getterman Stadium going into this year?
Well, there's right now, and this is important for all you people that are looking for somewhere to contribute money. We're starting a fundraiser to renovate our locker room, so you have the opportunity to donate to a very needy cause to give our girls better facilities to dress in. So we're looking at upgrading that before the season. So we've got $80,000 to raise. If anybody wants to write that check tonight, they can.
Right now.
Right now, you can. But we're looking at $3,000 locker sponsors, and then we'll take any donation somebody's willing to give. So we're looking at doing that. That's probably our biggest project right now we have in front of us.
Gotcha. Is that, you'll be surprised to know, I've never been in your locker room. Is that expanding the locker room to have more space, or just sort of renovating, updating?
It's renovating. We've not, other than change the color of the lockers and put new carpet, we've not had a renovation since we moved into this facility a little over 20 years ago.
Oh, man, okay.
So it's time. It's due. The girls are deserving of that. So it's time to put a new facelift on our locker room facilities.
Nice. We should have a softball telethon right now. We want to get $80,000.
You think we can do it? We got 20 minutes.
Yeah, we got 23 minutes, actually. And maybe we get $80,000 for that upgrade. Right, that guy right there.
He's raising his hand. Let's do an auction right here.
He's got $80,000 written all over him. Let me ask you this. We've got the Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame induction banquet that is coming up on November 1st. And very deservedly representing Baylor softball, Whitney Canyon Rickenstein will go into the Hall of Fame. I think that's terrific.
I can't believe she's been gone long enough. Yes, long enough to get into the Hall of Fame, but we knew that was coming as soon as it the time hit the time limit. Whitney, as everybody knows, famous name here, an incredible ambassador for Baylor and everything she does, and of course her husband Luke as well. And now got a beautiful family. Spoke at our dinner on the Diamond, which is coming up on the 24th of October, by the way. Okay. $50 a plate. That's going to go to our locker room contribution. So make sure you get your tickets for that as well. But back to Whitney. I had to put that plug in there. But back to Whitney, we're so excited about her being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Whitney did unbelievable things for our program. We'd been to the World Series without her, but she took us back to 2 World Series and finished 3rd in the World Series, I think, both of those years, tied for 3rd in the World Series. And, man, she left it all on the field. Yeah. It was fun to watch, fun to coach.
That is great. So congratulations to her. That is very, very deserving. And the banquet, again, comes up on November 1st at the Herd Welcome Center. All right, we'll take a break. We'll continue with Coach Glenn Moore talking Baylor softball right after this. It's the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We are live at Rudy's on the Circle in Waco, and we'll be right back after this.
Are you ready for the action-packed experience of Baylor volleyball? Come watch the Bears all season long at the Farrell Center as the team battles to bring home another Big 12 Conference championship to Waco. Secure your seats at BaylorBears.com/tickets and come be a part of the action courtside. Youth teams can also sign up to be Anthem Buddies and join the team on the court before first serve by emailing fan_engagement@Baylor.edu. We'll see you at the Farrell Center and Sic 'em Bears.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed. Smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call an order at Rudy's Group Meal.
Next in line.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Central National Bank live from Rudy's this evening, continuing with Coach Glenn Moore talking Baylor softball. Questions are pouring in from the audience. We'll save this for the next segment to make sure everybody has a chance to get their questions in front of you. I would be remiss talking about Whitney going into the Baylor Athletics Hall of Fame to not mention that your family will be represented in the Northwestern State Hall of Fame this year. I'm sorry, it's not you, it's Janice, but congratulations on that, and what a huge honor for your wife, Janice. Where is she? The Hall of Famer.
She made it in. Yay. I didn't know she was out there.
Hey, congratulations to you. How great is that?
That's great. I mean, just so proud of her, and she was one of the best, and she held the record for a lot of years there, and I'm just really proud of what she's done there. Now Ty's over there playing, so she gets inducted into the Hall of Fame on a homecoming weekend where her son's playing football. So that's exciting.
That is great. Track and field, high jump, right? High jump for Janice. Congratulations to you. What's the date on that induction? You know? October. Okay, very good. Congratulations to you on that. That is terrific. All right, how far along is your schedule? I don't think we've released it yet, right, for the spring?
No. Have we released the fall? Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay, don't get in any trouble
fall.
here.
But we haven't released the spring. We're still schedules after COVID just got crazy, So
right.
We used to have them ready by now, and actually we had them ready, and then teams drop out of your tournament. But good schedule. The fall we'll play mostly junior colleges. We do play North Texas to cap it all off, and then we have a Green and Gold World Series that we'll intersquad at the very end, right before our dinner on the diamond.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. With the 4 new schools coming into the Big 12 this year, all 4 of them, Colorado doesn't have softball, right?
Right.
But 3 new schools coming in, some traditional powers there. I mean, when you talk about Arizona and Arizona State, and then more recently Utah has been a great softball school.
Yes, probably Utah has been the strongest of the 3, and we're in the World Series year before last. Arizona's won 9 national championships, and Arizona State has won a couple. So, yeah, we're losing a couple of big softball powers, but we're gaining some really good softball as well. So our conference is going to be well respected, high RPI. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think more parity. You're going to have, more teams that are capable of winning the conference, because it's been Oklahoma for the last decade, it seems like, and everybody else playing for second, unfortunately. But it's going to be a lot of parity this year, and it's going to be exciting.
Good. How has the schedule laid out? Like, you don't have enough weekends to play everybody, do you?
Yeah, we have a rotation, because if you play everybody, you have no weekends to host your own tournaments or play much non-conference. So we have a rotation where we will not play 2 teams each year, and they're usually the ones on the perimeter for us. So this next year we will not play Arizona State. We'll not play Arizona. And who else am I missing? Katie, help me out back there.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Anyway, we got some. I can't remember the other one. We're not playing right now, but Arizona for sure. And but anyway, we'll have a rotation each year. We'll play Arizona the following year.
Very good.
But we're going to always play Houston. We're going to always play Texas Tech and Oklahoma State, I believe, are the automatics.
Nice. Very good. All right. We do have a lot of questions from the audience, and I've run over on this show each of the last 2 weeks. So let's take a break and leave plenty of time for these questions, okay? We'll do that when we come back with Coach Glenn Moore, Baylor softball coach. Your questions from the audience here live at Rudy's, and we'll be right back after this.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise.
Okay, you're good.
At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed: smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the stores. And a bridal shower is better than flowers. And a long-distance meeting that'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon.
26 at the latest. 26 will leave you about 45 seconds.
These group meals.
This is Elise McGee with Baylor Volleyball and story. Trying to balance faith, school, and volleyball has felt at times impossible. Having people around you that point you to God and His truth, I feel, is something unique at Baylor. God surrounded me with coaches, teammates, professors, and staff that intertwine Him in our daily lives. My name is Elise McGee, and this is my Champions Tribune.
Read more Champions Tribune at BaylorBears.com.
Jan from Toyota here. At Toyota's national sales event, there's still time to squeeze more fun out of summer with an exciting new Camry, RAV4, Corolla, and more. So go on. Surprise yourself with how much you can squeeze into a Tacoma for a camping trip.
Mini fridge, hair dryer, and is that a waffle iron?
Yeah. Wait, do bears like waffles?
Squeeze your extended family into a Highlander for a family reunion.
All right, everybody in. Tammy, Teddy, Toady, Tommy, Dobie, Terry. Wait, where's Rex?
Or stop for some fresh squeezed lemonade in a Prius.
Wow, that looks delicious. How much do I owe ya?
$15. I also accept crypto.
Okay, now that's a squeeze.
During Toyota's national sales event, qualified buyers can get 3.99% APR financing for 72 months on a rugged new 2024 Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Offer ends September 3rd and is available in select states only.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Back on the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's on the Circle in Waco. Thanks to Daniel and the entire staff here at Rudy's. We appreciate their hospitality. And we continue with Coach Glenn Moore, Baylor's softball coach. And, Coach, we've got some questions from the audience for you.
Makes me nervous, but go ahead.
These are really good questions, so I think you'll agree and you'll appreciate these. First is from Debbie Dewey, and Debbie asked, what is the toughest thing to teach in the softball game?
Well, Debbie's the president of our booster club, so thank you for throwing me a softball here. I appreciate it, lobbing me one up there.
But
I think probably on both sides, teaching the changeup for the pitcher and teaching the hitter how to hit the changeup would be the two that would certainly rank up there. But every kid comes from a different background and probably has their own challenges. Those would be the two that I would think. Hitting the changeup in our sport is when you have pitchers throwing 70 miles an hour now and then a 52-mile-an-hour changeup, it's hard to hit. Throwing the changeup, if you have a pitcher that has one, can keep hitters off balance, and they can go from an average or a very good pitcher to an elite level pitcher just by having that pitch.
Yeah, very good. Great question. Thank you very much. Steve Campbell, right over here. Steve asked, what is your opinion of the video review that the umpires use?
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I had no idea what you were going to say. So I'm a fan of the video review. The system needs some improvements, and I've got my opinion on several aspects of it. Number one, I think when you win a challenge, you should get that back.
Absolutely.
Okay? I think, thank you. You should get that back, and I think that's coming. At least get one of them back. I think we, need to continue the video clarity or the quality of the video. Everybody has had a different or could have different. I don't know what you call it, distributors, companies. We're all going to the same one in the Big 12 next year, so I think that'll level the playing field a little bit more. So. I'm a big fan of the review. I think it's keeping me in more ball games. Steve was an umpire, and my favorite, by the way, and a very good one. And he saw me when I was a little more uptight, and maybe I argued a little bit more. This keeps me in the game a little bit longer. So for that very reason, I like it more.
Good. So you're saying your favorite umpire is a retired umpire?
Yes.
Is that what I heard you say?
Yes.
Steve, perfect question.
In this case, it is.
Yes, very good. Thanks very much. All right, Roy right here. Roy Evans asked, with freshmen and transfers coming in, how would you rate your pitching staff versus last year?
Okay. So good question, Roy. I appreciate that. And I'm very excited about our pitching staff. As I said earlier, we have increased the size of it because of the need to do that and injuries, and quite frankly these pitchers come to us, many already worn out and thrown too many pitches, certainly in travel ball when they throw a lot of games in the same day leading up to their first day of school. So we need more arms. We need to manage them differently now than we did 10, 15 years ago. So to answer your question, I think the talent in our bullpen, if healthy, will put us in a top 16 range bullpen in the country. We have velocity with Dari Orm. She's still recovering and on her way back, but she'll actually pitch. If you want to get a glimpse of her, she'll pitch a little bit on Saturday when we have a little 1 hour, 15-minute inter squad. She's going to throw probably about 20 or 30 pitches. And we have a lefty, Lily Walker, coming in from Duke, who is a more of the Dave Dravecki, the pitcher spot pitcher, but good ball movement, heavy drop ball from the left side. We hadn't had a lefty in quite a few years. Lexi Warnke is one that redshirted last year. Obviously, Aaliyah Benford. We have one from Colorado, Sadie Ross. We've got a good group and a good mixture. So I think it should be a top 16 if healthy. That's always the big if with our pitchers. If healthy, I think it should be a top 16 pitching staff in the country.
Good. What's the number you'd like to have? Don't you have 7? Yeah, number of pitchers.
We have 7. I don't know that we've ever had this many pitchers before. I would say we're getting to the point where we need 5 minimum right now.
Can I tell you that a wise coach once told me you can never have too much pitching, right? Yeah. And that's kind of played out, hasn't it? We've seen that.
It's so true. And in our sport, you can have great pitching with an average team and you'll win. And you can have average pitching with a great team around them and you're going to struggle. Yeah. So it's just it's probably a little bit unfair that our sport depends on pitching to that degree. But we've got a great pitching coach, and I think the best in the country, and Coach Newman, and she's been here at Baylor 25th year for me, so 22nd, 21st for her. And she knows how to get them ready, and she's always got one competing. So that's almost a constant with us every year. We're going to have pitching, and she's the reason why.
All right, final question. We've only got about a minute left, but I want to get this one in from Carl, and I'm not sure if Carl's still here. But he says, how many softball players have been baptized while you have been coach at Baylor?
I don't know. It's a good opportunity to shout out to our team chaplain back there, Danny Price.
Danny, all right.
Danny, as all our coaches do, and our staff pours into these young ladies and lead them spiritually. And at our university, we've got the opportunity and the blessing to do what's the most important and lead them to Christ, and at least give that opportunity. So we did have Savannah Pogue that was baptized in our backyard in our pool about 2 weeks ago as a freshman. We're excited about that. I think over the last couple of years we've had about 8 or 10.
That's wonderful. Terrific. Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a ministry, and Baylor is too, so we're blessed to have that platform.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Great to see you. Coach
Thank
Glenn Moore, Baylor softball, heading into his 25th year as head coach here at Baylor. Take a break, be back, and wrap things up right after this.
It's the biggest blockbuster on the Brazos, and you don't want to miss the premiere of Baylor women's basketball at brand new Foster Pavilion coming season. The Bears provide an elite atmosphere and return
Should be about 90 seconds, Sean.
Key Collin at the helm and another Sweet 16 appearance under their belts. The Foster Pavilion lets you be closer to the action. So help us fill the Foster with green and gold by getting your women's basketball season tickets today at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hey Baylor.
We should have about 90 seconds. I'll count you down.
Fans can purchase experiences online and on the Baylor Sports app. Baylor football experiences include on-field photos, sideline access during warm-ups, tunnel access during the team run-out, an in-game radio booth experience with the voice of the Bears, a birthday bash, and so much more. There is limited availability, so purchase your experience today at BaylorBears.com/group experiences or the Baylor Sports app to lock in your one-of-a-kind game day experience today.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins.
We got it. We're gonna do this.
It's better. Next time you need to be.
Yeah, it should. It could be.
Next in line.
Almost exactly a minute.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Live from Rudy's this evening. We appreciate everyone that is here tonight. Great crowd at Rudy's. Thanks to our hosts at Rudy's. And thanks to Central National Bank, our title sponsor of the Baylor Coaches Show. So a great group here, and we appreciate it. We'll be back next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Mentioned a couple of athletic events that are straight ahead this weekend. One is straight ahead in about 30 minutes in the Farrell Center. Number 20 Baylor Volleyball hosting number 6 Texas.
30 seconds.
And number 8 Texas in a non-conference matchup. So a big one. It starts at 8 o'clock tonight in the Farrell Center. Sick'em Bears. Baylor soccer home tomorrow night against Arizona State at 7 o'clock, and then home again on Sunday against the University of Houston. So those are some footballs on the road at Colorado this Saturday evening. That'll wrap things up from here at Rudy's. We appreciate you being with us. And thanks to Coach Moore and Coach Woodson. And for now, good night from Rudy's.
Perfect.